Good morning, New Britain High. I want to take a few minutes to discuss the events of the last 2 days. And I need to start off by recognizing just how fantastic you all were yesterday. That lockdown lasted 2.5 hours. That's an incredibly long time to sit quietly in a classroom not knowing what's going on. And I am beyond impressed. Seriously, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. New Britain High School students are the absolute best. So let me go through the timeline of events over the last couple of days. On Wednesday morning, a couple of students reported that there was a plan perhaps to harm students here at the school on Thursday. This was brought to our attention right at the beginning of the day, and we immediately began to investigate that report. And after speaking with a good number of students and staff, the police were able to identify that the report was a rumor that started by an unfortunate comment made by a student in a classroom. That comment was overheard by others, and it snowballed from there. But I do want to let you know that the investigation resulted in us, the police and the administrative team, being able to identify the classroom, the period, and the actual student who made the comment. But despite our efforts to resolve the situation, on Wednesday night, students who were understandably worried began to send each other messages on social media. And once that began, the rumor turned into an avalanche. And for that reason, we had additional presence here on Thursday morning. Unfortunately, on Thursday, we received another report from a student about a possible threat. And due to the nature of this report, we had to place the school into a lockdown. The investigation that followed took so much time because we had to painstakingly research every potential student who might be involved, and that just took a lot of time. At the end of the investigation, however, we were able to conclude that there was no threat to student safety. So coming out of this, I think there's a couple of points to consider. First, if you hear anything suspicious, let us know. Let the events of the last 2 days let you know how deeply we care about student safety here at New Britain High. Second, please don't joke around. A while back, I was in an airport with a friend. His name is Tim. And he happened to read a sign that listed all of the things that were illegal to carry in an airport. And one of those things was hand grenades. Now, Tim saw this and thought, well, who has hand grenades? And so he turned to me and made a silly comment. He said, well, it's a good thing I left my hand grenades at home today. At home. Within a minute, he was surrounded by security and whisked off. Unfortunately, we're in a time period where school safety is just as serious as airport safety. And in both cases this week, the events started by students making an unfortunate comment. Please do not make jokes about school safety. And finally, as you can see, we investigate what you tell us, and we do it immediately. And I thank every student who came forward to us this week. But if I could ask one thing, it would be this. If you have concerns, tell us. Don't tell social media. The events of this week were escalated in part because of the intense rumors that were created by students who were understandably worried on social media. Please reach out to school officials if you have any concerns. So here's what I'd like you to do now. Your teachers are going to take a few minutes to gather your thoughts about yesterday. Now, it's impossible for us to cull through 2,000 student responses. So what we'd like you to do is to work as a group and identify 1 or 2 chief concerns from the lockdown yesterday. Or, if you can, identify 1 or 2 things you think students could do to help us make this a safer environment. I promise you, we will read every one of those and hopefully be able to use that information and those thoughts to craft a better safety plan for New Britain High School. Thanks very much, folks. Have a great day.